So how y'all doing? So I'm getting ready. I should say I was getting ready to start grinding on this. I'm porting at 925 is what I'm doing. I guess I should start with that, huh? So I'm porting at 925, and I was getting ready to dig into it, and I thought, you know what? I was planning on doing some stuff that's might be a little bit on the aggressive side. So, you know, but I'm curious to see what your thoughts are before I start doing this. You never know. Somebody might have the experience and be like, nope, don't do it. You're going to ruin it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people here. So let me give you an idea of what I'm going to do here. This is just about the transfers. I haven't even thought about the exhaust yet. Just the transfers. And so I'm kind of curious to see what your thoughts are. And, you know, if I go too far, these cylinders aren't easy to find. So, you know, but what's I want to go for it. You know, I just want to see what happens. So just let me know what your thoughts are here. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about. Alrighty, so here we are. These are what our transfers look like. You can see here, these two here, they're pretty standard on a lot of, saws of this design. But you see this one? It gets very shallow as it goes up. And this one here is timed differently. It's about a degree, it opens about a degree later than the other two. But I got a thought here. I'm thinking about removing this bridge right here. I'm thinking about knocking that sucker out, at least most of it. But I could also knock out a chunk of it and use it to help push the charge to the rear, you know what I mean? But part of me wants to knock the whole thing out. I measured the distance from here over to here, and it's less than the width of the exhaust port. So I think I could go without that bridge. You know what I mean? But then I'm also thinking about doing one other thing. I'm thinking about changing the timing of this one, but kind of just a little bit. So I'm thinking about throwing like a tiny little finger off the top, just to have like right back here in this corner, throw like a little finger up and have it open maybe a degree earlier than the others. Have any of you ever done anything like that? I haven't. I'm thinking about doing it just to see what happens. I am going to do a decent amount to the exhaust. I'm going to go a little wider and a little taller. So we are going to open up the exhaust a bit. I'm wondering if anybody's ever tried to do that, knock out that bridge like I'm talking. Maybe I'll knock out like half of it. You know, take it down about halfway. But I was thinking about taking it the whole way down and knocking the whole thing out. I don't know. These cylinders aren't easy to find, so if it doesn't work, it's kind of hard to go backwards, you know? But then part of me wants to just go for it. I got a whole bunch of saws in this range. I'm sure I could find another cylinder here. I just hate to scrap a saw, just, perfectly good saw just for a cylinder. So I got my piston mounted up and ready to go. Slides in there pretty nice. I actually got that sideways, don't I? Yeah. It goes this way. All right, So this goes in this way. The piston goes in this way, okay? Another thing I was thinking about doing was maybe working the skirt over a little bit to here to kind of make it the same. You know what I mean? Open up the skirt for the whole distance of the transfer. I was thinking about that, but I gotta see how far down the piston comes. You know? If it only comes down to a point, then I don't know. We'll see as we get it together. I'm thinking about working that skirt as well. I don't know what my squish is yet. I was waiting until I brought the piston and everything on and get it set before I make that decision. So, let me know what you think. Have you ever removed that bridge before? Like the whole bridge? I never have. I usually just start right here and just get rid of this flat spot and round it over and try to give it a little bit more aerodynamic look. So what I do is I don't like to go to a sharp points. I try not to. I try to give it a nice rounded off edge, but not a sharp point. The reason I don't go with sharp points, I don't know the theory behind it. I just know the leading edge of an airplane wing is big, fat, and round, and the tail end is the pointy part. So that's why I always try to make this here just nice and rounded off, but never down to a sharp point. You know what I mean? I always leave the sharp point for the tail end. And I believe, I'm thinking that the sharp point on the tail end helps prevent turbulence. I think. I don't know the technical words, but I'm pretty sure you get the good idea. So what do you think? Should we just go for it? Let me put it this way. I'm going to go for it unless you tell me otherwise. How about that? Unless somebody says, hey, I've tried it, it didn't work. Okay? Unless somebody posts a comment and says something like that, then I'm going to go for it. I don't promise I take the whole bridge out, though. I might just take half of it. I don't know. But that little finger is the main one I'm really thinking about doing. We're changing blowdown timing with that. So I'm thinking about having to open it about 1 degree sooner than the other two. But not the whole width of it. Just like imagine the little rounded off, like imagine if I took this bit and just however much material that bit took on one little swipe. This is all the wider of a finger I'm talking about putting in. I'm not talking about telling the whole width of the transfer, but just as wide as what this finger is, or what the bit is. So, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. If any of you ever tried it, I'm thinking about going for it. What do you know? You know, just kind of curious. But I'm going to do these transfers. And then after that, I'll play with the squish before I make my decisions on the exhaust. So, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think the squish is going to be in the 30s, mid to high 30s, if I was to take a guess. So, we'll see. We'll see. But let me know what you think. I just I don't know. Part of me wants to do it. So, alrighty. Let me know. Later.